Hi everyone! This is officially the first actual story that I will be posting on my channel. Though there was a lot of procrastination going on my part, at least. I kept telling myself that I would record and voice the story, which then I'd end up making myself busy, and I'd never get to it. Though this is a Daisugaiwaoi story, yes, I'm still working on pronouncing the ship name correctly, but this is also in Suga's point of view, and it's an Iwa Angst. Now, I think I've talked a little bit already, but let's talk about the story. This is an angst, at least in the first part, and most likely is going to continue being a little bit more angst, but more fluff in the second part. Though I'll see how I'd feel at the end of the second part. If I feel like that's a good place to end it, I'll end it there. And if not, then there might be a part 3. But that's not 100% guaranteed. I would also recommend for this video checking the description, as I will be putting content warning in the description. Now, enough talking. Enjoy the story! Suga woke up to the soft sounds of early morning. It was 5:40, and the sky was still pretty dark, but there was just enough light to show that dawn was near. He felt cozy and content, listening to the world slowly waking up around him. He stirred slowly, turning within the warm embrace of one of his lovers. The gentle rise and fall of their chest was a comforting reminder that he wasn't alone. Slowly sitting up to avoid waking the others, Suga rubbed the sleep from his eyes and carefully slid out from under the blanket. He didn't want to disturb the cozy, quiet moment they were all sharing. Quietly, he put on his slippers to avoid the chill of the cold floor. The warmth of the slippers made him smile as he glanced back at his peacefully sleeping lovers. He hurried silently to the bathroom, grabbing fresh clothes from the closet. The soft shuffle of his slippers was the only sound as he moved through the room. Once in the bathroom, he turned on the shower, quickly took off his clothes, and braced himself as he stepped into the chilly water. The cold made him gasp, but he knew it would soon warm up, just like the start of his day. Suga winced as the cold water poured over him, causing a shiver. Slowly, he started to relax, letting the coolness soothe him. The refreshing water helped wake him up, and he began to feel more alert and ready for the day. Sugawara was already in the kitchen, making breakfast with a cheerful smile. The yummy smell of his cooking filled the air as he worked quickly to get everything ready with the 7 a.m. departure time. He made sure everything was perfect, adding a special touch to their morning. He felt an arm wrap around his waist and a head rest on his shoulder. With a warm smile, he knew exactly who was awake and enjoying the morning with him. "Morning, Toru. How'd you sleep?" Suga leaned into Toru's touch, still keeping his focus on the breakfast. "Good morning, love. I slept like a log. How about you?" "Pretty good." Toru soon headed off, giving Suga a quick kiss before going to wake up the other 2 boys, and to get everything ready. Toru finished getting ready and went to wake the other 2 boys. Meanwhile, sunlight filled the kitchen where Suga had just finished making breakfast. Aiwezumi, the first to enter after Toru left, found Suga holding a cup of coffee in his hands. a content smile on his face. He walked over, giving Suga a small smile and a gentle kiss. Morning, Kochi. You look like you're happy. What's up? Morning, Haji. Just feels like a good day, you know? Hajime smiled at him, gently grabbed his hands, and led him to the table. Come on, let's sit down and enjoy breakfast. As they sat and enjoyed breakfast, chatting and smiling, it felt like the start of a great day. Yet, deep in Suga's heart, a small worry lingered, reminding him to stay a bit cautious. As they finished up, they stacked their plates and placed them in the sink, leaving the responsibility to whoever came home first. I still don't get why we do that. Wouldn't it be nice to just come home and relax for once? Seriously, we could make things so much easier on ourselves. I mean, that's a fair point. I can't even remember who came up with this idea in the first place. Maybe it's time we rethink it? Fine. I'll do the dishes right now so we don't have to deal with them later. It's not a big deal. As Iwaizumi started washing the dishes, Suga, Toru, and Daichi enjoyed chatting and laughing. Alright, let's make sure we're all set for the day. Thanks for taking care of the dishes, Hajime. Toru wrapped Suga in a quick, warm hug before heading to the door. See you later. Let's make today incredible, okay? We've got this. As they headed towards the door, the morning sun poured into the kitchen, casting a soft golden light over everything. With the clock showing 6:55, Suga felt a warm, happy flutter inside. Knowing they were starting the day together, all his little worries seemed to melt away in the gentle, sunlit glow. Time skip. At this time, I would ask you to pause the video because I would assume you'd be watching YouTube for a while now. Go get some water and go get a snack, and then come back and enjoy the rest of the video. As Suga stepped through the door at 6 o'clock, the cozy warmth of home wrapped around him like a gentle embrace. The soft golden light of the setting sun filled the kitchen, casting a serene glow that made him sigh with relief. He was looking forward to a peaceful evening. At 6:10, Daichi came in, his face brightening when he saw Suga. Despite his tiredness, Daichi's hug was warm and comforting, and his kiss on Suga's cheek was tender. Hey, love, Daichi said softly, his voice full of affection. Toru arrived at 6:45, his usual cheeriness slightly dimmed by concern. He greeted Suga and Daichi with quick, loving hugs. His eyes reflected his worry. How was your day? Toru asked, trying to keep his tone light despite his evident anxiety. Today was absolutely hectic. The kids were all over the place, and it felt like I spent the entire day just trying to keep up with them. Ugh, sounds exhausting. Those kids sure know how to keep you up on your toes. But hey, you managed, right? That's what matters. And what about you, Dai? It was a long day at work. Dealt with a lot of unexpected situations and some pretty hectic calls. It was tough, but I got through it. How about you? How was your day? Wow, that sounds like a really tough day. Handling all those unexpected situations must be exhausting. My day was busy too, but thankfully not as hectic. Let's unwind tonight and enjoy some time together. We all need a break after days like these. Suga began preparing dinner, the aroma of food filling the kitchen with comfort. But as he glanced at the clock, he saw it was 7:05. A knot of unease formed in his stomach. Hajime still wasn't home from his job. Sensing Suga's anxiety, Toru suggested they call Hajime. Suga dialed Hajime's number, his hands trembling. The call went straight to voicemail, and Suga's heart began to race. He tried again, but there was still no answer. The room grew tense as the minutes ticked. At 7:20, Toru turned on the TV, hoping to distract themselves. The headline, "Local worker injured in shooting," flashed across the screen. Suga's heart dropped as the newscaster began listing the victims' names. Hajime's name was amongst them. Panic surged through Suga, Daichi, and Toru. They redialed Hajime's number, their face filled with fear and desperation. Each unanswered ring felt like an eternity. "Come on, Hajime. Please pick up." Daichi's voice cracked as he paced, trying to keep his worry in check. Toru paled and anxiously said, "We need to get to the hospital right now. We can't wait any longer." Suga's hands shook as he clenched his phone, tears streaming down his face. "Why isn't he answering?" he whispered, his voice breaking with raw emotion. Daichi quickly grabbed his keys and coat. "Let's go," he said firmly, though his eyes betrayed his fear. They hurriedly prepared to leave, their hearts heavy with dread. The comfort of their home was replaced by a chilling anxiety as they raced through to the hospital. Each step felt weighed with mix of hope and deep fear, their minds swirling with concern for Hajime's safety. As they drove, the silence was thick with worry, each mile feeling endless. The earlier moments of joy and warmth seemed like a distant memory, overshadowed by the overwhelming, consuming fear for Hajime and the uncertainty of his condition. Hi again. This is officially the end of the first story. I know it's kind of bad. I listened to myself, reading the story in the end, and I did mess up a little bit, and don't worry, I will make sure to improve my writing skills and my voicing over skills. I will make sure of that. But I'm really glad that you finished the actual story, and if you liked it, consider subscribing and maybe liking the video, and then also leave more comments for more ship ideas or story ideas, literally anything, and I really hope you liked it. Thank you for reading.